Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Evergrande bankruptcy is as official as Mike Tyson's death. Let's explore! In this video, I certainly am eating crow, but at least I'm not tripping on psychedelic toad venom. There is a difference. That's right, there has been trending this news that Mike Tyson has died, and it's from his own words, from his own mouth, that he died while tripping on psychedelic toad venom. And that's just it. Sensational headlines are all the rage these days, but you know what? If it's a psychedelic and you think you died, that means you was tripping, brother. And in his trips, he's seen that death is beautiful. Life and death both have to be beautiful, but death has a bad reputation. The toad has taught me that I'm not going to be here forever. There's an expiration date. That's right, and you ain't experienced it yet, Mr. Tyson. Sensationalized headlines. And I fell victim for it in my video that I posted recently about Evergrande, and as was first posted by who I thought was a respected journalist. From what I understand, I didn't know a whole lot about this guy, but apparently he was a journalist and had worked for CNN before and left because of the fakery that was going on there. And so he's pretty well respected in much of this community. And obviously he's a gold and silver guy with some ads and stuff here on his USA Watchdog website. But I think that's a little irresponsible to be posting news about something that has not officially happened yet. He says the Chinese property company called Evergrande has officially gone under, and it's defaulting on much of its debt. To me, that means that they're going out of business, they're bankrupt, or what have you. And he even posted in a video from another source that he trusted implicitly, says that Evergrande is officially bankrupt today. What it means to you in the final meltdown of the global financial system. And several of my viewers got really upset with me that I would question the integrity of Mr. Greg Hunter. Well, others of you have been saying this is fake news, and it turns out they were right, because the mainstream media didn't report on it. Well, I did some research afterwards and saw that indeed, yes, there is a fear that they could crash Evergrande from a couple of different places, and this is a express.co.uk. I don't know the legitimacy of this website or what have you. It looks like an opinion page. But even they are not saying that they are bankrupt. They said they have defaulted on its vast bond repayments and could be set for bankruptcy. Not that they have been bankrupt. And then we have from Reuters, which is the mainstream media, China's Evergrande snowballing debt crisis. And they say that China Evergrande Group has supplied funds to pay interest on a dollar bond. A person with direct knowledge of the matter said on Friday. Does not mean that they can't be wrong. And this is from, weeks ago. But nonetheless, I also heard from somebody in my live stream that the chairman of Evergrande, the founder, has pledged his luxury properties in Hong Kong and is selling art and calligraphy to pay company debts. I wonder if he's got any of Hunter Biden's art that he's going to sell to pay for it. That's kind of interesting. And it's a Hu Kai-yan has pledged 2 luxury properties in Hong Kong, raising at least $38.5 million. Other estimates say more, I don't know, but nonetheless, he's trying to save it. And apparently, the Chinese government is suggesting that he do this, and he is apparently going to do it to try to save the company. So it may be a while before they go bankrupt. But anyways, I think to report this is irresponsible. And people have essentially criticized me. One guy said he was done with me because I said that this could be fear-mongering because he makes a connection between it and a global financial collapse, which may or may not happen. If they do go under. Now, they could go bankrupt. By the time you watch this video, who knows? They may be bankrupt by then. But it didn't happen when it was said. It was a premature thing. And just like Mike Tyson's death was premature. And notice died here is in quotes, in single quotes here, because it's what he suggested. But even as such, it's a little bit of a misleading thing. While he was tripping in a psychedelic high, he said he, quote, died. Well, I doubt that Greg Hunter was on drugs when he wrote this article. But if he was a journalist, I don't know. To me, it just would be more fair just to be real with people, because there's enough going on in the world already that is quite fearful, that we should learn how to buy gold and silver and be prepared to have gold and silver. To me, the truth is paramount, not bending it or twisting it or putting it in quotes like this, because it sounds like that if you watch this video, it almost sounds like he's saying, hey, this has happened, it's official, they're done. In fact, he said it here. A Chinese company called Evergrande has officially gone under and is defaulting on much of its debt. Officially gone under. I don't know. To me, it's all about, misleading. And now I took his word for it. I shouldn't have trusted this article. You want to believe people. You really do about certain things. The Kyle Rittenhouse trial is another example of that. I've learned a lot about that. I haven't been keeping up with all of it. And that's just it, how media can really twist us. And even on our side, question everything. Question everything, folks, even if it comes from confirmation bias. And Greg Hunter, in this weekly roundup, he very well, in his next weekly roundup this Friday, correct the record here. That could be possible. I think he should do it soon. Like I'm correcting the record. I'm eating crow right now where I was wrong to report on this story. I hope he does the same. Again, I have no ill feelings towards Greg Hunter. In the heat of the moment, he could have whatever. But to me, if he was a journalist and he left another media company because he felt they were being dishonest, and then he's being dishonest just to fit our confirmation bias for fear or what have you, I don't think that's good to do. I really don't. Because in the world of precious metals, in the world of the economy and finance, there's a lot to be fearful about in and of itself. We don't need to add to it. We don't need to cloud the already crazy news cycle with these headlines that are going to stoke fear any more than it already is. We need people to react to the news as it comes in a calm manner, so that when they think about making a purchase of precious metals or preparations of all sorts, they can do it with a sound mind, and they can feel good about it because they're getting information that is true and correct. We don't know what's going to happen with the economy. We know that there's a lot of things that are happening every day that makes it much harder to crawl out from where we are at now. But we don't know how gold and silver will react. They should have been a lot higher than they are now. But one thing we do know, Evergrande is still around, and so is Mike Tyson. So there you have it. Again, I apologize for posting that video. I kind of did it just trusting the source, and I shouldn't have. And I'm going to probably get things wrong in the future too. Just know that in advance. But I'm going to try to do a little bit more research next time, and it may have to be through Reuters or some other mainstream source or what have you. I do like to look at a lot of different sources and things, even if it goes against my worldview. I believe in being broad-minded about things, and this is one I got wrong. And so I want to admit that to you all here. So a multitude of gratitude to you all, and I want to thank you, and I want to encourage you as a lesson learned from me, and I hope that my lesson being expressed to you, or my experience, can help you make better decisions. A multitude of gratitude to you all.